Then you tell your family all the results, and of course they say everything's gonna be okay.
And they came out and they said, I remember them saying, oh, we found some type of hearing loss or some loss. So I was thinking, oh, can't be that, just some. And then we went in and they were like, and I remember the words I was looking for. I didn't want it to be sensorial and I didn't want it to be profound. And they were the first words that came out of their mouth. And
everybody says, that's what they say, is it could be worse. And you hear that a lot. And like I've heard in other videos, which help, is it can't be worse. Not at that time. If someone tells you,
in that moment,
tells you that something's wrong with your kid, no matter what it is, I can't. It can't be worse at that time.
What the CARE project has done for me has made me realize that I'm not alone, how to talk with your wife about the problems that you're going through, and how to support your wife with the journey she's going through. I mean, the CARE project has been a complete, total, put it all together and make you feel like you can do it, because people have done it before you, and there will be people who will do it after you, and you can do it.
It's been 2 years since we were at our last retreat for the CARE project, and the boys are doing amazing.
Talon's going on, we were just talking about this, Talon's going on this April will be 4 years of hearing, and Dylan has just had his second hearing birthday.
It's been a big difference since before the first retreat up until now. The first retreat really helped us just understand that there's other people out there, and if you ever get lost, there's always a way to connect and to have your questions answered.
When we went to the workshop and we saw the video, which immediately connected because it's the family speaking to us, it's the same story. We just felt this final moment of, wow, we're not alone, and there's many other families dealing with this, and it's an understanding, like you said, it kind of all comes together because you finally feel, I don't know if validated is the word, but a sense of maybe encouragement. It just brings you to this moment of, oh wow, other people are going through this, and it just lifts you up to where you realize, okay, I can do this, and now I have this family of people that I can go to and do it with. And then when you get deeper involved in the CARE project after the workshops, and if you get to go to the retreats or even online on the blogs and connections that you have with other people, there's just always somebody there for you. There's always something to learn. There's always parents teaching you things. An appreciation of their children. All of a sudden your child gets to be with their children that are like them, and while you might not think it's that big of a moment, it really is a big moment for these kids.
I don't know what we would do without the retreats. I mean, it's something that's so close to our heart that now I want to go help and be a part of the younger kids' retreats, because we're moving on up as far as with teens and tweens. And
I think the retreat is I think it's awesome because it lets people get on the fast track to get through their journey.
These parents, the transformation you see is just, I get more out of it, I think, watching these parents than maybe I even thought going through it as going through it as a parent, because these children will have a better future going through this retreat.
You need to be reminded that there are people out there.
So for us to be able to come back and hopefully help somebody else and give them,
saying, look, you're not alone.
So what is the Care Project, right? Okay, I think I have a good analogy. I'm ready to tell the story in my mind what the Care Project is. So imagine you're diagnosed with cancer, or you're diagnosed with whatever it is that you just got diagnosed with. In our case, you're diagnosed with your daughter's born with hearing loss. And you really don't know what that means because you've never experienced that before. And you don't know anyone who's experienced that before. So it's really scary, and there's a lot of uncertainty. And it's a pretty dark moment. And being that you don't know anybody, you feel pretty lonely. So I heard someone talking one time about they felt like they were just stuck in a life raft out in the middle of the ocean, and they didn't really even have much of an oar to paddle with. And it might be a little dramatic, but I really think there's a lot of that feeling. So you're stuck out in this ocean, and you're in your little life raft, and it's dark, and the water's cold, and you're not sure what's in the water. You're not sure where you are in the water, how close are you to shore. You don't really know much of anything. You're just out there trying to figure things out. And all of a sudden you hear this voice from shore. Hey y'all, you need some help out there? And you look, and this big light comes on, and it's Johnny Sexton, and he throws you a rope, and he pulls you on in to the shore. And when you get to the shore, you tell him what your problem is, and he puts his big arms around you and tells you that everything's going to be okay, that he has all kinds of support groups and all kinds of information and all kinds of professionals that'll help. And all of a sudden he turns the light on, and there's like 25 people standing there on shore, and they all have their own area of expertise, and they all have their own area of experience that they've been through, their own journey. And they're all smiling, and they're all super happy to help you with their arms wide open. But the only thing is, whenever you're done receiving the help, you have to stand on shore with them, and you get to help the next person that gets pulled in on the life raft. So everyone's having their own good time learning, and then whenever Johnny spots the next person in the life raft, and you hear the, hey y'all, I need some help, now you're on shore, and you're empowered, and you're able to help them through the journey. So that's what the Care Project, in an analogy, I think would be really good for us. We were in that life raft, we got pulled into shore, and now we're on shore helping other people. And we see them when they're coming in on their life raft, and we see that look on their face, and we know that look on their face because we used to have the same look on their face. And it's just a really good feeling to be able to be identified when you're in a life raft, and to be pulled in to safety, and then to be able to look around and see so many like-minded people, and to be able to help others, to see the look on their face when they're first being pulled in on the life raft, and then again to be able to see them get off their raft and get some nice shore footing underneath them on shore, and make friends with others, and be able to return the favor for other people. You see the whole cycle repeat itself. It's very rewarding.
Well, I love everyone in the Care Project because, all the kids, they're just so different and sweet, and they, like Tanner said, they all have, a new story, a different story from each other people. And, I'm just saying, all the staff members, everyone that works there, especially Mr. Johnny, Mr. Chris, I think that they're angels. They were like angels sent from heaven to come help us all and to change the world, and they are each step they're taking, they're changing the world each time.